is a review of the Edgenuity lesson, angle relationships. So in this first example, it says, what's the measure of angle x? And then it tells us that angle x is circumscribed. So when you have a circumscribed angle connecting with a central angle here, intercepting the same arc, so that means just connecting their endpoints there. There are two things that we know. Now, this is not drawn to scale, so it might look funky, but we know that the radius here, because it's a central angle, and the leg of this angle form a right angle here and here. We also know that this angle then, the central angle here, and the circumscribed angle here, x, those have to add up to 180 degrees. So if these have to add up to 180, and I know this one is 90 because it has a right angle box, that means the measure of angle x also has to be 90 degrees, because angle C plus angle x has to add up to 180 there. So looking at it, the second example, it says angle BCD is circumscribed. So we know already, like I said, these boxes right there are right angles, and angle A and angle C have to add up to 180 degrees. It says, what's the length of AC? So this here. So you'll notice when we have that, now we have this right triangle here. And if you're solving for side lengths on a right triangle, you always can use a squared plus b squared equals the hypotenuse squared. So opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse, so that's what we're solving for. So 8 squared plus 6 squared is length of AC squared. 64 plus 36 is 100. And then to get AC by itself, we're going to square root both sides. So the length of AC there is 10. This last one here, we have a central angle and an inscribed angle. And we need to figure out what the measure of the central angle is here, this ECD. So if the inscribed angle is 54 degrees, remember when your vertex is on the side of the circle, the angle is half of the arc. Of means multiply. So we know that the angle is 54, and that's half of the arc. So to undo the half there, we would just multiply both sides by 2. So 108 degrees is the measure of arc ED. And a central angle is exactly the arc that it projects. So the central angle here has to be 108 degrees.